Welcome to Round 8 of the Zero Racing Season 3 Championship Weekend Series. 7 cars on the grid today, bit of a weak turnout. We enter this 8th round of the championship with 7 drivers still alive in the championship hunt, as Alessio De Bonis leads from Mathew Wheeler, Martin Lower, Ben Swarey, Wesley Stokes, Rick Martel, and Mark Minahan, all of whom are still alive with mathematical shots at the title. Today's grid sees the aforementioned Alessio De Bonis on pole position, followed by Wesley Stokes, P2, P3 for Mathew Wheeler, P4 for Rick Martel, P5 for Mike Magasevich, his best qualifying of the season, P6 for Mark Minahan, P7 for David Collins. Notably absent are Martin Lower and Ben Swarey. Let's kick this off. And they're off. It looks like De Bonis has gotten an okay start. Wesley Stokes with a pretty good start as well, though, and he's going to go into the lead. Matt Wheeler, master of the great start, is up alongside De Bonis as well. He'll be into second place. Magasevich will swap into 4th, followed by Martel, and then it looks like Dave Collins and Mark Minahan is at the back of the pack. Wheeler going off the track here early on. It's going to allow De Bonis back up into second place, right behind Wesley Stokes. Magasevich, is still in 3rd position, and 4th for Martel, 5th for Dave Collins. As I say that, he goes off the track, promoting Matt Wheeler to 5th and Mark Minahan to 6th. Leading the way in the BMW, a winner here during the weekday series, Wesley Stokes. Chance to go for a second victory here today. De Bonis in second place in the Audi. 3rd for another Audi of Magasevich. 4th for the top Mercedes of Rick Martel. Mercedes' Matt Wheeler is in 5th, followed by BMW's Mark Minahan and Audi's David Collins. Dave Collins going off in the background yet again. Bit of a rough day for the American driver. Top 2 are quickly sprinting away from Magasevich and Martel in 3rd and 4th place. Wheeler slowly catching up. Minahan will probably also be. The two Aussies are quick. Pressure's on in the lead though. Wesley Stokes defending against Alessio De Bonis coming out of the tunnel and heading into the uphill section that leads to the main straightaway. The BMWs have had struggles in the straightaways. They've not been able to generate the same kind of straight line speed, low downforce setup as their Audi and Mercedes counterparts, and you're seeing it right there as DRS is assisting De Bonis in going for the lead, which he will do, taking a position here on lap number 2. That will give Stokes the DRS for the next lap, though. Magasevich hops over there, still in 3rd place. Now it is Wheeler in 4th, and Minahan. Martel has disappeared. I wonder what happened to Rick Martel, a championship contender and former champion from Canada. He was running in a solid 4th position and is now back in 6th, with just Dave Collins behind him. And it looks like we found it here. Heading into the tunnel, he's had a moment. Looks unassisted to me. Doesn't look like any contact. Just hits the curbs too hard, and whoa! There we go. Bit of a rough day for Mercedes so far. All right, let's get back up to where we were as we relive the Alessio De Bonis pass here for the lead. Magasevich having a bit of a hard lockup there. He had some problems during the weekday race with brake locking, so hopefully he's not facing the same problem here. Mark Minahan putting the pressure on Matt Wheeler, putting the screws to his fellow Australian driver and rival in the championship. I'll say Minahan's hopes at a title are very limited. He's in 7th place right now in the championship, currently running in 5th. And he could easily be eliminated at the end of this race. In fact, as it stands, he would be as they run. I also think Martel's championship chances are a little bit more mathematical as opposed to realistic. But I think the top 5, which unfortunately have 2 absences here today, but I do believe De Bonis, Stokes, Wheeler, who are here today, and Lower and Swarey are legitimately fighting for this title at the moment. Not like the weekday title where Jason Mons has been pretty damn dominant on his way to taking the title earlier this week. Stokes was losing ground to De Bonis, but he seems to have tightened it up a little bit on the Audi driver. As Mike Magasevich has a major moment. Looks like he's just way too much of the curb into the first S's. He loses it. Matt Wheeler says, "I will take that podium," and moves on ahead. See if Mark Minahan can do anything about it as well. Traditionally a faster driver, Minahan, championship contender. Magasevich is not. But Magasevich did out-qualify him, so we could have a good scrap here for 4th place. Looks like De Bonis is once again putting the boots to Stokes just a little bit, trying to break that DRS toe. You can see Stokes using the DRS there right now, and it comes off as he hits the brakes. Most interesting fight might be this one for 4th place between Mike Magasevich and Mark Minahan. Canada versus Australia. Magasevich getting a little bit wide there, but so does Minahan. You can see he is locking up the brakes, which is going to be a little bit tough on the tires and the brakes. Minahan is in DRS range. You can see him making use of it there, and he'll be using it again here on the main straight. Or back straight, I suppose, pardon me. Minahan going down the inside. Looks like he'll make the brakes work. Actually, it's Magasevich who appeared to struggle more on the brakes than Minahan there. And the DRS will go to Magasevich for the next lap. Could have a very interesting battle on our hands here between these 2 cars. Over P4. Another big lockup there from the number 99 car, who is seemingly losing touch with the BMW ahead of him. Dave Collins falling down a lap already. We'll see how much he lets the BMW through. He is Audi teammate or brand mate with the leader, Alessio De Bonis. But seems like he's going to stay out of the way here. Matt Wheeler closing down on Wesley Stokes as well, as the lap car of Dave Collins still in the way. Whoop! Not anymore. Wesley Stokes ducks on through. Bonis kind of alone out front. That's going to make the title hunt a little bit less interesting, I think, at the end of this. I believe this will mathematically knock out Minahan. And possibly Rick Martel, who's back in 6th place. All three podium cars are now past the lapped car of Dave Collins. Mark Minahan next on the docket. Magasevich is keeping with Minahan, but doesn't seem to be able to really put any pressure on the BMW driver as of yet. Matt Wheeler slowly wheeling in Wesley Stokes, but ways to go yet for the Mercedes driver. As Alessio De Bonis comes across the line to complete lap number 8. He has led since, I believe, lap 2. After taking the lead from Wesley Stokes at the final corner of the lap. Since then, it's really been looking backwards for Stokes because he's got Matt Wheeler coming up on him, and he is losing touch with the Audi of De Bonis. Magasevich, somewhere along the line, has actually gotten back past Mark Minahan. Let's have a look at this. Looks like it would have been late in the lap. Alright, so he's on the DRS here. Comes to the inside. And kind of repays the favor. Minahan took the position a couple laps ago at that same spot. And at the end of lap number 8, Magasevich says, I fancy myself 4th place. Which would be his best result of the season. These two had a fantastic battle also at Indianapolis. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. Dave Collins getting himself out of the way there. Not letting the lapped car get involved in the festivities. A little wide there from De Bonis, but otherwise just such a smooth driver. You can see how he generates the speed, just hitting almost every apex, every line, just about perfect. See how much smoother he is through that corner than a lot of the other drivers have been, who have been going wide and obviously locking up the brakes as indicated by the skid marks. And Wesley Stokes, he's got a good view of the reigning champion, that is for sure. Matt Wheeler, 2nd place in the championship, is coming. He wants 2nd place in the race. Magasevich holding off Minahan for another lap as we head into lap number 10. Here comes Minahan. Thinks better of it. I think the move wasn't particularly on there. But we've seen him make the move before. We know he's got the pace to put the pressure to Magasevich. Dave Collins has a hell of a moment in the background there. I feel like that might be one of the more interesting cars to follow right now. Minahan looking to make a move into the tunnel, but he's going to have to go around the outside, so I don't think that's really on. Could set up for an inside move here, but not really. Magasevich giving him a little bit of brake smoke there from his tires. So he locks up a little bit. And this is going to be the big opportunity here, because we're heading to the back straight. DRS is on for Mark Minahan. You can see the wing bent backwards. And he looks to come down the inside. Ooh, close, close, close. He's got it. He's got it. Same spot all the passes between these two have more or less been made is that last corner. It's been absolutely pass central. Both are on the DRS now. Magasevich will have it for this lap. Minahan won't, but since he crossed the line with DRS going, he gets a little bit of this lap on DRS. Rick Martel is coming up to 7th place. Dave Collins to lap the car that's in behind him. Collins having a very rough day. Goes very wide there to allow Rick Martel through. Again, look how smooth that is. No locking of the brakes. That's the key to success for Alessio De Bonis. In the meantime, behind him, Wes Stokes is he's got a little bit of a gap on Wheeler again. Wheeler was very much pressuring him before, but Stokes has got a little bit of a cushion. He'll try and work that. And Magasevich going for the inside move on Minahan. Not successful this time. Minahan hangs on to keep a 4th place for another lap, but does not have the DRS. You can see Magasevich does. So the pressure is still definitely on the number 16 car from the number 99. They are on lap 12 of 14, so just 2 full laps after this for Magasevich to try to get the job done. You gotta wonder if maybe he just waits for the last lap, because these guys have both proven they can make the pass with DRS. If he just wants to stay in DRS range, keep the pressure on, and then go for broke on the last turn of the race. Dave Collins having another incident there. Lap 12 complete for the leader, Alessio De Bonis. That is not good for Magasevich. That might be outside of DRS range. He needs to close this gap. I was saying he can afford to wait. He can, wait for the last lap, but he's got to stay in DRS range to have any chance of really making this. Now, he does have DRS down this straight, so he should be able to pull back within the 2nd activation zone. But not a good lap for the 99 Audi. Maybe the tires are fading a little bit. Stick with him here for a bit. Probably won't be till the back straight till he activates DRS again, is the problem. There's really 2 very good activation zones for DRS on this lap. It's the back straight. Oh! Minahan gets super wide, and Magasevich gives him a little nudge and takes the lead into the tunnel. Taking back 4th place. Pretty fantastic battle between these 2 drivers. Continuing their affairs from Indianapolis. See if Magas has DRS here. He does. That is DRS on the back straight for Magasevich, so that's going to help him. Minahan doesn't have DRS, but he does have the toe, and he should be able to stay within the DRS range and take lap 13 with DRS on. That battle absolutely not over, nor is the battle for 2nd place, as I think Wheeler is coming back up to Wesley Stokes here. He's on the last lap. Can Wheeler get it done? We're looking at a pair of Aussies trying to get the jobs done for 2nd and 4th place. The entire country of Australia, no doubt, cheering these 2 on. Minahan on the attack through the tunnel. Head up the hill. Heading towards that back straight. Minahan has DRS. Magasevich does not. By the way, into the final lap. Oh! Wheeler went hard for it, but he couldn't. He comes up empty. We'll see if his Australian countrymate can do the same. And he will. Minahan goes through. Minahan's going to get 4th place. Magasevich relegated in the last corner to 5th place. Heartbreaking. Still his best finish of the season, but heartbreaking. Alessio De Bonis is your winner from Wesley Stokes, Matt Wheeler, Mark Minahan, Mike Magasevich, Rick Martel bringing it home in 6th place, and Dave Collins a lap down in P7. We head on to race number 2. I believe that's enough to eliminate Minahan and possibly Rick Martel from the championship equation. But we'll see you for race 2.